What's up, you guys? Welcome back to Wheelchair EDC. I am Roland. I'm still having some camera issues. This is about the fourth or fifth time that I've tried recording this video, and I'm having issues again. So bear with me. So this video is going to be going over home defense options. It's going to be a two-part video. So part one in this video is going to be pistols, and part two is going to be rifles and shotguns, so long guns. Um, Sorry, brain fart. Texas Gun Guy, thank you for joining the Discord and asking this question, because I never really thought about it until you actually asked. Like, that's a really good question to ask me, or at least for my thoughts, my opinion. Um, if you guys haven't joined the Discord yet, there's a link down in the description. And if you go to my main page on my banner, there's a little icon of the Discord symbol. I'll put it right here so you guys can see what it looks like. Thank you for joining the Discord, Texas Gun Guy, and asking this question. If you guys have any questions or something, you just want to join the community, don't be afraid. Join the Discord. It's free. All you got to do is make an account, and you can, get in contact with me directly. Jumping into the video, like I said, this is going to be part one, pistols only. This is going to be semi-automatic, revolvers, calibers, and things of that nature. So just to get the oddball out of the way, let's start with revolvers. I love revolvers, even though I only own two of them. I own this one, Ruger SP101 and 357, and I own the 500 Smith & Wesson Magnum, the 50 cal. I wouldn't use that because just no. But I would use this. The only negative about revolvers is, first off, is capacity. This is a 5-shot. You can get some in 6-shot, maybe some in 8. So you're going up little by little in capacity. But once you have to reload, it's the same no matter what the capacity is. So, you got to reload, push your shells out. You either have to use speed loaders. They just drop in and drop the new rounds in, or speed strips, which you have to get them in, rip them out, rotate the next ones, and so on and so forth. That's the one issue I have with a revolver for home defense, is capacity. It has all the stopping power it needs. Sights are not as big for revolvers as they are for semi-autos like Glock, XD, Smith & Wesson, the M&Ps. There's so much aftermarket support for that. You can find anything. But for a revolver, it's always going to be 5 or 6 shots, so low capacity. Sights, no rail, so you can't put a weapon flashlight on here. You're going to have to do the old police grip, flashlight, looking at what you have, and then your firearm, your revolver. That's another negative, but I would use this because I did use it for about a year, probably about 8 months, as my bedside gun, just because you can leave this loaded, put it in your drawer, and you don't have to worry about springs, losing tension, or anything like that. You set it and forget it. So for revolvers, it'd be 50-50. Like I said, if you guys have any questions, or if you guys have any input, don't be afraid to leave a comment or join the Discord and join the community. If you have ideas on improvements, or you have your own weapon for home defense, let me know. I would love to hear it. But so that's the only revolver that I'm going to go over. Next, I'm going to be going over the 22 caliber group. I have only one, this Ruger Mark III 1022, Love this gun. Don't recommend it as home defense because 22 is very weak. So you're gonna have to put a lot of rounds into someone to do some damage. This specific handgun has no rail mount for a light, and it's limited to 10 round capacity, so 10 plus 1. There's only so much you can do with 22. Home defense really isn't one of them. If you can find a 22 pistol that you can get high capacity with, 15, 20, 30 rounds, sure. If you can find a 22 that has a rail mount so you can put a light on it or a laser or whatever you want, yeah, then that's perfect. That's a home defense gun. But my 22 is not. It's just a range toy. If you guys can't afford a 9mm or something, a 22 is a great option. It's better than having a stick. But yeah, so moving forward out of 22, we're going to go to, Glocks. Good old faithful. You guys know this. This is my Glock 19. Gen 3 to present. I don't know if Gen 2 has them, but everyone can get a Gen 3 pretty easy. All Glocks, all modern Glocks have rail mounts. You can get aftermarket sights. You can get, mag wells to help reloads. Red dot optics, trigger, slides, whatever you want. This is the Baskin Robbins of the gun world. Like I said, capacity for this, endless. You can get 15 rounds for Glock 19, 17 rounds for the 17. You can get 5-round extensions. You can make it 20 rounds, 10 rounds if you're in California. You can also get, the big stick. Got this during Freedom Week. So 33 rounds for a home defense gun, that is a lot of rounds. You're not even have to go through half of that unless if you're just, shooting over your head behind a counter somewhere. But yeah, I would definitely recommend this because the aftermarket support is amazing. Capacity is amazing. You can do a red dot. You can do night sights. You can do weapon light or weapon laser. Excuse me. You can do mag wells to help you with reloads. It's just you can do so much to this and make it just a dedicated whatever you want gun. Whether it's a range gun, a concealed carry gun, a bedside gun, whatever you want to do, you can do to Glocks. Moving forward, this is my CW9, compact, subcompact, single stack 9. I would not recommend this for home defense because if you guys see a trend, it has no weapon light or a rail mount. Sights are very limited for cars. Capacity, you can get the 7-rounders, you can get 8-rounders, and in my other video, you can get 10-rounders. So you're maxed out at 10 rounds if you use this as a home defense gun. But then again, 10 rounds is better than none. It is small, so you are going to be waving around or something, but the same thing as a revolver. You're going to be doing the old school police tactical search grip. So yeah, I wouldn't recommend this unless if it's your only option. Moving forward, we'll just skip back to Glocks. This is my Glock 20. This was my home defense gun for years. It had weapon light. It had night sights. I took them off. But going to capacity, this is 30 rounds, right? 30 or 31 rounds of 10 mil. So that's, plenty of rounds, especially in 10 millimeter for home defense. That's overkill. unless if you live out in Africa and rhinos are breaking into your house every night. Um, but yeah, so 9 mil, like going over calibers, 22, 357, 38 special, yes. 9 mil, yes. 10 mil, yes. Going to my poor man's 1911. This is the Ruger P345. This is chambered in 45 ACP. This is kind of the same as a 1911. That's why I call it the poor man's 1911. It's double action, single action. It's a single stack. So you are limited on rounds. So this is an 8 plus 1, so 9. But this does have a rail, so you can put a weapon, light, a laser, whatever it'll accept. It does have a safety right here. It's ambidextrous, so that is nice. But other than capacity, this would make a really good home defense gun for people that like 45 caliber. If you can't afford a 1911, because I don't know if they make 1911s with a rail adapter, but I know that they do for this if you can find one. So that is a good option. 45 isn't going to really go through that many walls because it is fat and slow, but it's another good option. And then last but not least, XDs. The more I shoot this, the more I like it. I don't know why. It doesn't recoil as bad as what I thought, but I just don't like all the safeties. So Glocks, they have a trigger safety, drop safety, and a finger safety. It's your finger off the trigger. Revolvers, finger off the trigger. My Ruger, finger off the trigger. The 45, finger off the trigger. The KAHR, everything's finger off the trigger. This, I would not recommend as a home defense gun, because if you're laying in bed, passed out, dead asleep, and someone kicks in the bedroom door, for you to grab this and get, a proper grip off of bedside or wherever you have this in the drawer, for you to grab it and then, swing out to the threat, and you don't have a proper grip, it's not going to go off. That's my one negative about the XDs. They're too safe. So just imagine yourself, you're dead asleep, and someone kicks in your door, wakes you up, and you're like, what the heck? You grab your gun, they're already in your room or something, and you're barely getting out of bed, underwear on, one sock, whatever, can't see straight, no glasses, trying to grab this and defend yourself while you're half asleep when you're not gripping right. It's just a bad situation. So for people that do like the XDs, more power to you. To me, I wouldn't trust it as a bedside gun because of that main reason. But they do have a rail, so you can put a light. They do have aftermarket sight support. It is nice because it is an ambidextrous gun for the mag release. And it's a 40 cal, which 40 cal is a very good round, in my opinion, but it's dying out, which sucks, but, it is what it is. So, for the people that like XDs, more power to you to have this as a bedside gun, but my opinion, for guys with limited hand function, this isn't the gun, because you have to engage that safety every single time for it to go off. If you don't, it won't do anything. So that is a big no for XDs. And then I don't have an M&P. Like I said, I might get one from a friend. But I wouldn't recommend that either, because to me that's the same as this, just with the GLOCK trigger. It's limited capacity. I think with the extensions you can get up to 10 rounds, but there's no rail mount, so you can't put a light. You're going to be doing, like I said, the old policeman light and gun looking thing. But yeah, so that's just my. Oh wow, we're at 15 minutes already. Wow. Um, yeah, so that's my thoughts, opinions, my ideas on pistols for home defense. You guys, you guys can make up your own mind, whatever's comfortable with you, what you like the most. Just, practice, practice, practice. Like I said, Glock 19 is with me every single day, all day long, 24/7, even in the shower. Well, next to me in the shower. But whatever you guys like. If you guys can only afford a 22, go for it. If you guys can get a revolver that has a light attachment for a light or laser, go for it. Whatever you guys like and it works for you, that's great. But my thoughts are light/laser, capacity, and ease of use. And Glock has that hands down. So yeah, that's just this video. Oh, let me go over. Well, I kind of did already. So 22s, we'll go through like one or two walls. About 9 mil, it'll go through a couple walls. Obviously, 357, 38 special, they'll go through walls. 45 will go through a couple. 10 mil will go through a lot of walls. And 40 cal will go through a couple more walls than 9 mil. But so just depending on your area, if you're in an apartment with people like neighbors, like right on the other side of the wall, 22, because you don't want to penetrate into their area if you need to. If you have a small house, 9 mil, sure. If your neighbor is just right there, if you can spit on their house from your house, 9 mil, 45. If you have a piece of property, a couple acres or a ranch or something, 357, 10 mil, 40 cal, 9 mil, whatever you want. If you want to, like the FN57, go for it. If that's what you can afford, that's what you want to use, go for it. But my thoughts on picking a caliber, if you can talk to your neighbor from your house, then you don't want something very high powered. 9 mil, fine. 45, fine. 22, fine. 357, that could go into their house. 10 mil will go into their house. 40 cal might go into the house. It just, you have to think of your neighbors also, because someone's breaking into your house, the last thing you want to do is pop a shot off and it goes into their house and you hurt one of them or, something worse. That's like one of my big things to consider for a home defense gun. So yeah, if you guys have any questions or any input on what you think would help someone like us with, a disability for home protection, just home protection, nothing else. Yeah, join the Discord. Like I said, I'll leave a link down in the description to join the Discord. Also, if you go to my main page, it's on my banner, the little emblem. And yeah, so that's it for part 1. Part 2 is going to be going over rifles and shotguns, so long guns for home defense. So stay tuned for that video, guys. Later.